Okay. So very good morning to one and all. So in the last class, we discussed about the C testings concept applied to the MOS transistors and the inverters, right? So I will discuss the C testings concept and also how to calculate the C testings of the different transistors in the last class, right? So we can consider now in this class we are going to discuss how to calculate the resistance of the inverter circuit. Okay, so already we discussed that in the previous class we discussed the triple sheet resistance of MOS layers in 5 micrometer technology and 2 micrometer technology and 1.2 micrometer technology, right? Okay, so now in this class we are going to discuss about how to calculate the resistance of the inverter based circuits. Okay, in the last class we discussed about we calculated the resistance of the one NMOS transistor and also depletion mode transistors, right? So that is a feature size transistors and also the transistor which is not having the feature size. That means the length of the transistor will be very high compared to the width of the transistor channel. So how to calculate the resistance of the device? Okay. Now in this class we are going to find out the on resistance of the device, on resistance of the transistors. Okay. For example, let us consider in the examination. So sometimes they'll ask you to find out the on resistance of the inverter in 5 micrometer technology or in or with 2 micrometer technology or in 1.2 micrometer technology. So find out the on resistance of the device. Then how to calculate the on resistance of the inverter circuit in NMOS technology. Now let us consider the NMOS inverter whose pull up to pull down ratio is 4:1. Okay, that indicates that Z pull up is equals to 4:1 and Z pull down is equal to 1:1. So totally pull up to pull down ratio is again equals to 4:1. Okay, that is the total inverter circuit whose pull up to pull down ratio is equals to 4:1. So that indicates that 4:1 indicates L pull up is to W pull up. Okay, this is the L pull up is to W. So this is the Z. Similarly, depending upon that, so L pulled up is equal to W pulled down. That means this is the feature size transistor 1:1, and this is not a feature size transistor. It is the pull up transistor, depletion mode transistor. Is a special case. In this case, what happens is we are having the length to width ratio. Okay, the length of the transistor will be very high compared to the width of the transistor here. So totally the Z pull up to Z pull down ratio is 4:1 in this case. Okay, so the pull up to pull down ratio is equal to Z:1. And how to calculate the on resistance and on resistance of the device? Okay, so for this case, just observe the circuit schematic in this case. So it consists of Z pull up to Z pull down. Okay, this 4:1 indicates L pull up to W pull up. Okay, only this 4:1 belongs to pull up transistor. So that is L pull up and this is W pull up. Similarly, this 1:1 indicates it belongs to only pull down transistor. So that is L pull down to W pull down. So it is 1:1, right? So now in this case, first calculate what is the value of Z pull up. So Z pull up is equals to what is Z pull up? That is the ratio of length to width ratio. So therefore there is nothing but L by W, 4/1. So it becomes 4:1. So Z pull up is equal to 4. So Z pull up is equal to 4. Then how to find out the R on resistance of the transistor? So remember here. So in this case, when this transistor is off, because this is the NMOS technology, so here the logic is depends on the pull down transistor, and this transistor is always in the on condition. Okay, this transistor is always in the on condition. Therefore, whenever you are having the logic 1 at the input. So what happens? This transistor is on, and also this transistor is also on condition. When logic 1 is there, logic 0 is up at the input. So this transistor is off condition, and only this transistor is turns on. So now we are going to calculate the on resistance of the inverter circuit. What is the on resistance of the inverter circuit? That indicates that on resistance of the inverter NMOS inverter circuit depends upon the corresponding input. Input is equals to 1. When the input is equals to 1, both the transistors is turns on, and so the resistance between the VDD line and VH line is nothing we can call it the on resistance of the transistor. So there is nothing but the value of this transistor or the Rn of this transistor plus the Rn of the transistor, because the two transistors, these two transistors are acted in series. So therefore, on resistance of this transistor plus the on resistance of this transistor we require here. So for this case, we are going to calculate. Now we are going to calculate the jet pull up. Okay, that means the Rn of the on resistance of the pull up transistor. So how to calculate the on resistance of the pull up transistor? You know the formula. On resistance, that is R equals to R of the pull-up transistor is equals to Z into RS. Z into RS. So that remember, what is Z here? Z pull-up. Z pull-up is equal, already we calculated Z pull-up is equal to 4. Okay, Z pull-up is equal to 4:1 here. So we are having 4 value. So this is Z pull-up. So and what is the value of RS? What is the value of RS? So you know from the figure, from the previous slide, that is the last previous class. So what we discussed, if the technology is not given, so by default we can consider it the 5 micrometer technology. Okay, so therefore now in this case the technology is not mentioned, so we assume that this transistor is built in the constructed in the 5 micrometer technology. So therefore in the 5 micrometer technology, this is the N-channel transistor. Okay, this is the N-channel transistor. So the N-channel transistor seed resistance of the N-channel transistor is how much? It is equals to 10 to the power 4. Just remember here. Okay, N-channel transistor having the ratio in 5 micrometer technology, which is having the value of the seed resistance is 10 to the power 4 ohm per square. Okay, so therefore we are going to now we are going to substitute that value of the resistance. Okay, seed resistance in this figure. Okay, so in this figure we are going to calculate the seed resistance. Rn is equals, okay, Rn is equal Z pull up into Res, that is seed resistance of the pull down transistor, pull up transistor. So therefore Rn is equal to Z is what is Z pull up here? Z pull up is equal to 4. Okay, 4 by 1, that is equals to 4 square, 4 into square. Okay, remember it is the 4 times the feature size transistor. Okay, Z pull up is the 4 times the feature size transistor. So it is 4 into 1 square into Rs. What is Rs? 10 to the power 4 ohm per square, right? So square cancels here. So we're having 4 into 10 to the power of 4 ohms. Okay, that indicates a 40 kilo ohm. Like this, we can calculate the on resistance of the pull-up transistor. Similarly, we are going to calculate the on resistance of the pull-down transistor. So the same process we can calculate here. So Z pull-up to Z pull-down. So L pull-up, that is Z of the pull-down transistor, that is equals to L by W ratio of the pull-down transistor. So 1:1. So 1 by 1. What is the 1 by 1? Is equals to 1. So Z pull-down is equal to 1. So, and Rn is equal, because here 1:1 indicates that this is the feature size transistor. Once again, feature size transistor is 2 lambda into 2 lambda square. So therefore, Rn is equal to Z pull down into Rsn. That is the seed resistance of the enhancement mode transistor. Okay. So substituting this value, once again. So 1 into what is this is also N-channel transistor. So we are going to calculate the value of Rs and N-channel transistor. Okay. So now what happened now? Just substituting the value of the seed resistance of the N-channel transistor in 5 micrometer technology. So Rn is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of 4. So 1 into 10 to the power 4 is equal to 10 to the power 4. That is nothing but 10 kilo ohm. So like this, you can calculate the on resistance of the pull down transistor. This is the on resistance of the pull up transistor. This is the on resistance of the pull down transistor. So now what is the total on resistance of the inverter? Yes, what is the total on resistance? Because when the two transistors will turns on, the on resistance is equals to pull up plus pull down resistance. So that means RSN, that is Ron of the pull up transistor and Ron of the pull down transistor. So it is 10 plus 40, that is equals to 50 kilo ohm. That means the on resistance exists between the VDD line and VSS line. When both the transistors will turns on, there is a sufficient amount of current will flow from VDD line to VSS line, and that current is called static current, and this is the undesirable. Okay, but to calculate the on resistance, we require the resistance of the pull up transistor and also pull down transistor. So totally it is equals to 40 kilo ohm. So that is about the pull up to pull down transistor when when the problem is given in this like this. And similarly, so this is the MOS technology. Now, how to calculate the on resistance in the CMOS technology for the CMOS inverter? So now here also you can follow the same structure, same method. So this is the inverter, CMOS inverter, and assuming that the CMOS inverter, the ratio is always equals to 1 in this case, for 1:1 and 1:1 we are assuming. So here we're 1:1. Now let us consider VDD. This is the pull-up transistor and this is the pull-down transistor. Now see, this pull-up transistor is the P-channel enhancement mode transistor, and pull-down is the enhancement N-channel enhancement mode transistor. This is the P-channel enhancement mode transistor. Pull-down is the N-channel enhancement mode transistor. Now whose ratios is given? 1:1 and 1:1. So sometimes in the examination, they'll ask you to find out the on resistance of the CMOS inverter cycle. Okay, so now just observe the figure and you know the operation of the CMOS inverter. So what happened now? At a time, there is no transistor will be turned on. At a time, both the transistor will not be turned on, right? And here what happened? Depending upon the logic level. So these two transistors will be turned on. And in other condition, so this transistor is off and this transistor is on. Okay. So in this case, here what happened is at any cost, for any input voltage, either low level or high level of the input, so only one transistor is turned on. In low level, the P-type transistor is turned on. In high level, in pull-down transistor is turned on. So what happened now? There is no static current flow from VDD line to VSS line, but that current is very, very small. Okay, when there is a current flow from VDD line to VSS line, we are having the on resistance of the transistor. Otherwise, we are not having any. We're not having the on resistance of the transistor. The on resistance is nothing but here we can consider the inverter which exists between the VDD line to VSS line. That means whenever there is a current flow from VDD line to VSS line, the on resistance will exist. Otherwise, there is no on resistance of the transistor. So in the CMOS structure, first calculate the value of the Ron of the P-type transistor, and then we can calculate the Ron of the pull-down transistor. Okay, but remember here also the technology is not given. So once again, we can assume that 5 micrometer technology and calculate the pull-up, jet pull-up. Jet pull-up is equal to 1:1 by 1 is equals to 1, and resistance Ron is equals to Z into RS. So 1 into RSP. Now just see RS of the P-channel FET. The seed resistance of the P-channel transistor in 5 micrometer technology. Okay, so what is the value? Yes, just observe. For P-type transistor in 5 micrometer technology, it is 2.5 into 10 to the power 4 ohm per square, right? So we can substitute that value here. So we can substitute that value here. Okay, Ron is equals to how much? 2.5 into 10 to the power 4. So this is nothing but 2.5 into 10 to the power 4 ohms. So that means 25 kilo ohm. So this is the Ron of the P-channel FET. Similarly, we can calculate the Ron of the N channel transistor, same method. So Ron is go 1 into Ron, it is the N channel. So it is 10 to the power 4 only. So we'll get 10 kilo ohm. Okay. So just observe here, this is 25 kilo ohm, this is a 10 kilo ohm, right? So like this, you can calculate the Ron of the transistor. But remember, there is no current flow from VDD line to VSS line. So the static resistance, there is no static resistance between VDD line to VSS line. So therefore, so there is no static resistance, there is the R resistance of the inverter circuit. Okay. So inverter circuit is always one transistor is turned on, another transistor will be turned off. Only at some particular point, very small amount of current will flow, but the current only small value of the current will flow, that current will be neglected. Okay. So that is about the, like this, you can calculate the on resistance of the any schematic circuit. Okay. Next, you can go for the silicide. Okay. So in order to analyze the silicide, it is a simple topic. So silicide, that means, for example, basically silicide is the replacement of the, it is the replacement of the polysilicon. Silicide is the replacement of the polysilicon because, so whenever you can use the polysilicon in the structure, so what happens? You know that in the pharmacometer technology, the value of the polysilicon is vary from 15 to 100. Okay, C resistance of the polysilicon will be 15 to 100, right? But what about the silicide? Is 2 to 4 only. Okay, just observe. Go back to the previous. See, this is the silicide. It is 2 to 4, but polysilicon we are having the C resistance is 15 to 100. Okay, they vary depending upon the doping concentration. Now, what is silicide basically, and what is the difference between the silicide and polysilicon? The main difference in this case, so silicide is nothing but the polysilicon, but we are going to deposit a metal on the polysilicon. So, and then we are going to sinking this structure. So therefore, what happened in this case, the resistance of the seed resistance of this silicide will be very, very less because we are going to deposit a metal on the polysilicon. So therefore, this is the best replacement of the polysilicon structures. So that is we are using only in the pharmacometer technology. So therefore, in the pharmacometer technology, the resistance is we are going to use silicide. What happens if you use the silicide, or what happens if you use the polysilicon? Now see, every structure because the doping concentration of the semiconductor material and the silicon, just now we discussed the resistance of the inverter circuit, right? So the resistance of the inverter circuit is increases. So what happens? The delay will increases, right? Because the delay depends upon RC time constant. So therefore, R into C. Okay, if the resistance is increased, automatically the delay will increases. The delay is increases, the speed of the device will be reduced. So therefore, either we can increase the resistance or capacitance to reduce the delay, to increase the delay. Okay. So now just observe here in the polysilicon and silicide. So which one is having the highest resistance, seed resistance? The polysilicon having the highest seed resistance. So therefore, if you use the polysilicon as a gate, so what happened? The resistance of the polysilicon will be higher compared to the silicide. So the time constant will be, time delay will be very high. Okay. So whenever the speed is very important, you can go for the silicide only because the resistance will be very less. So that is the advantage of the silicide over polysilicon. Okay. So that is the main thing. Okay. So next we are okay. That is the this is called silicide. Okay. Next we can go for the area capacitances. Okay. What is the area capacitance of the layer? Okay. So if you have any doubts, please send me the details. So definitely I will clarify your doubts. Right. So that is about the silicide. Right. We can calculate the resistance of the device like this. Okay, C distance of the device once you know the table. Okay, so sometimes they ask you to find out the on resistance of the inverter in 2 micrometer and 2 micrometer technology. Sometimes they are asking you to find out the resistance of the NMOS inverter in 1.2 micrometer technology. The same method you can calculate the value of the on resistance. So that is the homework for you. You take a homework, calculate the on resistance of the NMOS inverter in 2 micrometer technology and also Orbit 1.2 micrometer technology, right? So that is the problem. So take it as your homework and analyze that condition, analyze the topic, find the value of the resistance, estimate the value of the resistance, right? So today there is sufficient today. So in this class, we can go for the what are the different type of capacitance like this and what is the unit of the capacitance we'll discuss. Okay. Okay, goodbye.